Today we're going to be making deviled eggs from this super fun Beetlejuice cookbook. The new Beetlejuice movie just came out and I thought it would be fun to make a couple of recipes from this book in honor of that. These were cute too because they look like little monsters, I don't know, like those little sand monsters that have like their teeth coming out. And I love green olives, so I thought, let's do this. I haven't mastered the hard-boiled egg yet, so I just bought some pre-boiled eggs. It's a little bit more expensive to do it that way, but it saved me a ton of time and stress from having to peel all of these eggs. Now, we're definitely not starting off the strongest. I cut the first egg and immediately realized that I cut it the wrong way. So we're just gonna eat that one. At least I figured it out after the first egg and I didn't get too far in before I realized. I guess you probably could make an egg that way. I also didn't use Logan's little knife trick of cleaning it off in between, and I can see what he means by it looking a little bit messy. Here's the thing. I really enjoy doing stuff like this, but I also tend to move too quickly. I gotta learn how to slow down just a bit. These were really little eggs as well. Maybe I need larger eggs. So anyway, you take all the fillings and you put them into your bowl. Next, we're going to add mayonnaise. I just realized that the recipe actually says 1/3 a cup of mayonnaise, and I think I added a half a cup. And then we're going to do a half a cup of Greek yogurt and a half a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, a half of an avocado, 1 tablespoon of chopped fresh dill, 1 tablespoon of chopped chives, and then you're supposed to do a tablespoon of chopped fresh parsley and chopped fresh basil, but I couldn't find either of those at the store. My store was like out of them, so I just used little seasoning jars. I think it worked just fine. And then half of a lemon juiced. I ended up using just this lemon juice that I had in the fridge because I also made some lemon bars this day and I ended up using all my lemons for that, so I didn't have any left over when I was making this recipe. And then 1 clove of garlic, 1/4 a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 a teaspoon of black pepper, which now that I'm looking at it, I don't think I put that in there either. And then you're gonna mix it up. I did very quickly realize that I should have just put this in a blender or food processor and not in a bowl. So I brought my food processor over and dumped it on in there. You guys, I was a little bit of a mess when I was making this. I was really struggling. Deviled eggs are supposed to be easy, and they really are, but I was just, every step of the way I was having issues. I couldn't get the top of the food processor onto the bottom part. I tried like 4 different times and I finally got it to click, and then we're going to just mix that up. It was looking just a little bit runny, and now that I'm looking at the recipe, I'm realizing that I put in too much mayonnaise, so that's probably why. And maybe I should have made some adjustments to it to thicken it up a little bit, but you know what, we're just going for it. So I put the filling into a piping bag so that I could pipe them. You can see it just is dripping right out of the piping bag into the cup. So I had to work quickly. I just piped as quick as I could to try to get this filling in there before it all oozed out of the bag, which this part was actually pretty fun. And I had way more filling than I needed. So like I said, I started with 12 eggs instead of 6. I ended up filling only 11 because I messed up that first one and I ate it. So it seemed to make way more filling than I really needed for just 6 eggs. Again, maybe if I had some larger eggs, it would be different, but I digress. You're gonna take green olives and you're gonna cut them into 4 little pieces and then place them into the egg like this. I went cheap, people, and I got canned green olives, and I was regretting it because these were not the prettiest of olives. I should have just spent the extra like $4 and got a jar of really nice big green olives. So don't cheap out like me. I spent the extra money on the eggs and I did not on the olives. But either way, they were still turning out to be really cute. I switched it up, and some of them I put in 2 olives, some of them I put in 3. Because my filling was a little bit ooey gooey, they were tipping over just a bit, so I was spending a lot of time kind of fixing them. I think if the filling were thicker, this probably would have gone a little bit better. So I spent a bit of time just kind of like trying to clean everything up. I put them in the fridge for a few hours and that did stiffen those up. And then when I took them out, I was able to kind of adjust the little olives to make them stand up better. Overall, they were a little bit messy, not the cutest. I think maybe if I had spent a little bit more time making these right, it would have turned out great. It was kind of mixed reviews on whether or not people at the party liked them. My one friend Brennan did think that they were supposed to be be pickle flavored, so he was a little surprised by the green olives. He didn't really like them that much, but everyone else seemed to really enjoy them. If you're a big Beetlejuice fan, then these are super fun to make, or they could be great for a Halloween party. Let me know in the comments below if you end up making them. I would give these maybe like a 6 out of 10, but if I had spent a little bit more time and done them properly, they probably could have been closer to like an 8 or a 9 out of 10. Flavor wise, I thought they were really good, and overall they were still a pretty big hit. Okay, make sure you like and subscribe. Bye!